Hello. I feel so sick this week. Sorry, guys. I look a mess. My hair's a mess. Basically, my life is a mess. But we got good news and bad news. So, I did watch the episode. That's the good news. Bad news is I missed the first 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Apparently, Freeform is having some problems and some issues on the live version online. Maybe it was just me, maybe it was everybody, I don't know. But when I went to go watch it, it was telling me it was an error for the first 16 minutes. I was about to post a code red video, I was about to film it and everything, and just say I'm gonna watch the episode, but it just will be out probably Saturday earlier this week or something like that when I have actual time. And I was gonna post another fun type of video tonight, so you guys do get content. But we ended up not having to do that. So I am going to do a recap for tonight, but I can't recap the first 16 minutes, obviously, because I did not see them. Now, I did go on Twitter and caught basically some of what was going on. Of course, I can't catch it all because it's 16 minutes and no one's going to straight up repost the 16 minutes. So from what I gathered, hold on. Weekly announcements. What's up, guys? I still need to make a thumbnail for this week, so this might be a little bit late. Coming out, might not come out right. It might come out before 10. Let's hope. I'm gonna actually try to schedule this at 10. If it comes out at 10, lucky me. If it doesn't and it comes out earlier or later, just know I never figured out how to schedule it. Sorry, I'm gonna turn that off. So how are you guys? Hopefully your week is going good. I'm trying to think, because I did have some things that I want to talk to you guys about. Next week is my spring break. So I might be posting 2 videos next week. I might be doing a pre given to me Q&A, one of the TMI Q&As, or get to know me tag or something like that, something stupid and cheesy. But I do want to answer questions about myself because I feel like y'all don't really know much about me. For those of you who don't know me in real life, so that's coming up. Hopefully you guys did like the thumbnail from last week. I'm gonna be using the same format. I just gotta change the number. What else? I think that's it. It's allergy season, so I sound like a man. I'll probably sound like a man for the next few weeks. Maybe not next week because I'll be inside all week. So maybe the allergies won't be as bad. I'm low-key, high-key allergic to my own house. So it's my specific neighborhood has a bunch of grass, a bunch of ragweed, a bunch of trees and stuff. So all the pollen gets all my nostrils. Makes me sound like this. Not cute, not fun. So yeah, hopefully next week I won't sound as bad. It messes with my voice. It messes with of course, my breathing. My eyes swell up and get puffy and stuff. I don't think they're that bad right now, but that does happen. So just word for the wise. All right, let's go ahead and get into this episode. So this is episode 4, season 1 of PLL The Perfectionist. So just to kind of run down what I think I missed in the first 16 minutes. Apparently, first of all, Emily and Allie not doing too hot. Also, Mason has some issue. So from what I gathered, they suspect that Mason killed Nolan. Mason knows something of some sort, and later on we find out a little bit more about what he knows. So, really I didn't miss much of anything. Just that. If I did miss something and you guys want to Maria, this is super important, you forgot to say this, if you forgot to mention this, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. Yeah. So, first thing that I wrote down is they suspect that Mason killed Nolan. Mason is trying to take Nolan's place. And then they're at the track. I'm gonna try not to sneeze. I'm gonna try not to be a sick, disgusting human. So let me calm down because I feel my nose doing it, and oh, it's not fun. So can I do this? I'm my like body is like, you're not okay. Um, so oh, my eyes are watering too. That's fun. So they're at the track, and all three of them are talking. Ava, Caitlin, and Dylan are all talking, and they're basically saying like, Mason's up to something. Caitlin, you gotta figure it out. So Caitlin's like, all right, I got you. And then like as they're at the track, up on like the scoreboard, they see a message, and it says, I see a rat. So I'm like, oh, this is like super PLL stuff. Like, I am in love. Like, this is what I live for. Like, this is like the foundation of PLL. Okay, so then I put the Allie and Emma are doing good, and then the three of them meet Allie at her house, and they basically say like, Allie basically tells them like, I've been in you guys' shoes, and the only thing that kept me and my friends together was secrets. Secrets is what keeps people close, and it's what turns people or turns friends into family. So I was like, I don't know if that's a great idea. Considering that, like, we don't, the only secret at this point that we knew was Dylan's, that Dylan slept with Nolan and cheated on Andrew. That's all we knew. I don't think we at this point know other of the girls' secrets, but we will. We'll know one of them at least. So then Claire has a convo with Allie. So basically, Claire tells Allie that Taylor had a big imagination, and we also learned that Claire's husband was shot and killed. Taylor committed suicide, and Nolan is also dead. So everybody around Claire is dropping like flies. I'm like, okay, something is up with this woman. I'm like, did she kill him? Like, dang, your husband and your two kids are all dead. I'm shook. Okay. Next, we find out that Dylan should not be playing instruments at all. Period. Dylan should not be playing any instruments because he has like a clipped nerve or something, like a something of the sort. For me to about to be pretty mad, like I don't probably know this stuff. I just wasn't paying attention. That's why I don't know it. But apparently he has like a pinched nerve, and he's not supposed to be playing anything. And they had something on there about like prosthetics. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a big deal. He should not be playing instruments, let alone string instruments. String instruments usually tend to have more to do with your hands and your nerves and stuff like that are like connected throughout your whole body. So if you're playing something like the drums, or if you're playing something like keys or something like that, that's gonna be more hand-eye, opposed to like a string instrument like a harp. You know, you're stringing up, and that has more to do with like your shoulder. Um, Same thing with a violin or the cello or something like that. You know, you're moving your whole arm. So, I mean, you know, you guys get it. So he definitely should not be playing string instruments, let alone any. And he thinks about telling Andrew about him and Nolan. So we don't know how that's gonna go. At this point, I was like, I think it's a good idea. I was like, I think it's a good idea for you to go ahead and get to like your chest. Then, like, if you tell him there's not gonna be anything for them to hold over your head, like, just go ahead, spit it out. And then I put like huge like asterisks beside this. I was like, this is super important. The first A message comes in to Caitlin. Drumroll, please. It's Ava. I was so mad. I was like, what? What? I thought A was back. I was like, oh my gosh, plot twist of the century. It was just Ava. I was upset. Anyway. So then Caitlin walks over to Mason with her phone recording and starts talking. So they're like, that's where like it cuts, and then it goes to Dylan. Dylan tells Andrew, and Andrew leaves. And we're going to talk about that in a second. So hold your horses. Dylan tells Andrew about him and Nolan. Andrew leaves. And Dylan was like, I thought I could tell you anything. And Andrew was like, well, I underestimated myself and you. I was like, ooh, that's a fire line. Like, that is big facts. Like, don't try to put this on me. Like, you're the one who cheated, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so then we find out that M and Allie are not together, and M has moved on. M has moved on, but then Mona points something out, and Mona's like, well, Allie, you moved across the country, so you've also moved on. You're not really, like, you have no room to talk. You can't be mad because she doesn't have her. Look at my hair. I'm such a mess. You can't be mad at her because she doesn't have her wedding ring on when you're literally, like, halfway across the country. Like, it doesn't make sense, but okay. So Allie's like, okay, you're right, like, whatever. And then I put, well, oh, I remember. Mona says this iconic line. Mona says, well, I don't want to talk about you. I want to talk about me. I was like, yes, this is the Mona that I've known and love. I was just like, I love this. Like, because that's such a me phrase. Like, I am so honest to a point of, like, brutality, if that's a word. Um, like, I would just be like, okay, well, enough about you. I want to talk about me. Because so often, like, I'm so nice and so laid back and so calm that, like, for real, people will just walk all over me. And I'm like, whoa, can I talk now? That's why I talk so fast, because I don't get time to, like, speak in real life. So then Mason, we switch back to Mason and Caitlin. And Mason, ooh, I'm not even gonna read what I just typed. But Mason says that he would never rat Caitlyn out. I put Mason said that he would never eat Caitlyn out. I was like, the E and the R are right beside each other, y'all. Wow. Okay, so, jeez Louise, trying to keep this PG. But yeah, Mason says that he would never rat Caitlyn out. So apparently Mason knows about what had happened. And Caitlyn, like, does not want to talk to Ava about what Mason said because he knows about Caitlyn. He knows she did something. At this point, we don't know what he knows. We just know that he knows. So then, here's where I want to have a little quick discussion. So Ava and Dylan discuss Caitlyn lying to Ava's face and also Dylan's cheating. But they don't discuss if Dylan cheated. I don't think. No, they don't. No, do they? I don't think so. I think I would have wrote that down if they did, but if they did, like I said, correct me in the comments. But I don't think they talked about, like, specifically Dylan cheating with Nolan. They just talk about, like, Dylan cheating. Or, like, Dylan, like, sharing a secret that he thinks he should have waited on. So here's my thing, and here's what I wanted to talk to y'all about when it comes to cheating. Should y'all tell y'all significant others? I say y'all because I ain't got one. I'm super single. But if I did have one, and, like, I cheated, which I would never cheat, but, like, if I did have a significant other, like, if I did fall in love with some dude, and I cheated on him, right? I don't, first of all, I don't even, like, I can't even wrap my head around, like, cheating on somebody, just because I won't even, like, waste my time or yours to be with you if I don't want to, like, be with you and only you. Like, that's just me. If we're not exclusive, I'm gonna definitely have that conversation and like, have you explain back to me, like, we can date whoever we want, we can do whatever we want, we're both grown, we're not exclusive, correct? So when Dylan, like, tells Andrew, I think that's a selfish thing. And here, let me explain it to you. When we cheat, right? When you cheat on somebody, you are selfishly leaving your relationship. You're leaving your relationship for whatever it may be. Compatibility, like, not compatibility, but like conversation. You want someone to like emotionally parallel you. You want someone to mirror you. You're looking for something in your relationship that you feel like you lack. And to be honest, all that really is just your inability to communicate. I mean, that's just that simple. So if you're cheating for what Dylan did, and you're having like an intimate relationship with someone, you're cheating for what? What was Dylan cheating for? Exactly. There's not really a motive there established. Um, so a lot of people cheat for a lot of different reasons. I'm not gonna go into them, but you will leave your relationship looking for something else. When you come back to that relationship and you say, I cheated on you, you're not telling that person that you cheated on them for their sake. You're doing it for your sake. You're selfishly getting that guilt, that shame off your chest. That's selfish, and I don't quite agree with Dylan being like, hey Andrew, I cheated on you. Like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's a lot to spring on a person, and I just don't I don't think that it was an appropriate time to tell him, especially with like them all like being suspects in like a murder case. Um, so that's what I had to think about that. Jeremy comes to the track. Next scene, Jeremy comes to the track where Caitlin is, and he's mad because apparently he goes to the library. Library's closed, and Caitlin is nowhere to be found. So he figures out that she's lying, and she's like, "Well, I didn't lie, but something came up." I'm like, "Girl, but you okay? Whatever." Um, at this point, I'm not really sure how I feel about Caitlyn. So then Caitlyn and Allie talk. She thinks that lying to Jeremy will keep him safe, and then Allie's like reflecting, and she's like, "I've lied before too to keep my friends safe. But I'm not gonna tell you to lie to somebody that you care about." So Allie lied to all the girls. Allie was alive the whole time and convinced everyone that she was dead for the sake of her safety. Um, and theirs. So Allie knows a thing or two about lying. If I was Caitlyn, I would lie because Jeremy is that type of far and expendable character on PLL to get cut, literally. Um, Also, who is playing chess with Mona? I wrote this down in all caps. Who is playing chess with Mona? I have so many questions. I wonder who. Next scene, a music box is on Ava's bed when she comes in. She goes outside and she's like, "Dad, Dad." You know, she's looking for her dad, and he's not there. But they do have a flashback, and we finally see him. So I came up with a theory last week. I don't remember what I said because it's been a long time. But yeah, apparently we have confirmation that we do see Ava's dad. So he's not like sketchy business. We see his face. So Mona has been looking for this I wrote his name down, Ray Hagedorn. Mona has been looking for this Ray Hagedorn dude. She finds him, finds his location and everything. It's super close to Beacon Heights. I was gonna say Beacon Hills because of Teen Wolf, but Beacon Heights. Allie gets her glass of wine, signs her divorce papers, and she's crying, and I like got a little emotional at that point. I'm like, oh my gosh, like imagine falling so deeply in love with someone, having like kids with them, and then having like sign those divorce papers. Like I never want to do that. That's why I'm in no rush to get married. Like these people are in such a rush to get married, like 2021. And if you have found the one and you know you found the one, go right ahead, lock them down. But like some of y'all are in such a rush and y'all are not even like y'all haven't even dated this person. Like y'all haven't even got on a date with this person and you want to marry them. You don't even know them. Like, and then one day you'll be so deeply in love with them, and the next day you won't. And you gotta sign these divorce papers, and it's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. I don't know, not from experience, but you know. So then Caitlyn comes to talk to Ava about her lying, and Caitlyn says, "I'm the rat." Caitlyn is the rat, y'all. Okay, so Caitlyn exposed Ava. Caitlyn let the beans out about Ava's dad. So Nolan told Caitlyn about him and Ava, and Caitlyn researched Ava. And Caitlyn was like, oh my gosh, who is this? Looked her up, found out all her info, and then connected Ava back to like her dad, like her dad's whole situation. And she told one person about like the truth about Ava and her dad, like her dad being a criminal or whatever, a felon. And it traveled all around BHU. You know what Ava did? Ava kicked her out. Ava said, yeah! I was like, oh my gosh, Ava. But she had every right. At this point, me and Caitlyn are not friends anymore. Caitlyn is trash. I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to get her life together because you're like an actual rat. Like, you're an actual snitch and, like, disgusting. Like, you couldn't have let Ava live. Like, why? That's so trash, so garbage. Anyway, quick little rundown for the last few minutes. I don't want this video to be over, like, 25 minutes. So Andrew is not talking to Dylan anymore. They're out because Dylan cheated, and Dylan selfishly told Andrew about him cheating. There was nothing positive that was gonna come from Andrew being like, hey, or like Dylan being like, hey, bro, I cheated on you. Like, nothing positive is gonna come from that. The only thing that's gonna come from that is a bunch of heartache and pain for Andrew. Like, you've dealt with this guilt the whole time. You could have dealt with it a little longer. Garbage. Caitlyn and Jeremy on the rocks. So you have Andrew and Dylan on the rocks, Caitlyn and Jeremy on the rocks. Ava ain't got nobody no more. Y'all killed off Ava's love. Emily and Allie are on the rocks. But Mona and her chess partner, going strong. So let's go, Mona. Let's bring this one home. So she lied to Jeremy. Caitlyn lied to Jeremy and is still lying. And has nothing to say about it. She literally like lied and said that she had an anxiety attack. That's why she wasn't at the library. Girl, lies. You're lying and you're still lying. So apparently she does take Allie's advice in lying to a person to keep them safe. Or she doesn't. Allie said, I wouldn't advise you lying to a person to keep them safe. So she doesn't take Allie's advice and continues to lie to Jeremy. Is Ava's dad back? That's a question that I put down. Is her dad back? She, at the end when she's packing the bag with all the money in it, bands on bands on bands. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, pay my college tuition. It's not that expensive. I need like 10 more grand. After that, I'm good to go. So if anybody wants to pay my college tuition, I'm extending an olive branch. I need like 10 grand. Like 10. Like, that's really not that much. Just saying. So is Ava's dad back? Would that be a plot twist? Did Ava's dad kill Nolan? That'd be a great plot twist. Because Ava was with Nolan. Nolan was not treating her right. Nolan was like out with Caitlyn, but really with Ava. And then he cheated on Ava. Let's not forget what the real tea was. So then Mona goes to find Ray. And I'll keep this quick because, like I said, I don't want this video to be over 25 minutes, but it will be. But it's fine. Things are fine. So Mona goes to find Ray. It's room 214. I wrote that number down because it feels like it might be important. It was room 214. And the room has a bunch of stuff on Beacon Heights, on Taylor and Nolan. And then Ray Hagedorn comes in and finds Mona standing in front of all his stuff. And he's like, excuse me? At least we think it's Ray. He does not say his name is Ray, but I think that's who it is. He's an older white male. He has gray hair. It looks like he's in like a mechanic outfit or a janitor outfit. I can't really tell. I mean, he has like a bag in his hand. Allie then finds an old camper in the middle of the forest, and it looks like blood or some red or some liquid is dripping out from a cabinet. And when she goes to like investigate it, a book falls out. The book that Claire was telling Allie about, or the book that Mona was telling Allie about that was missing from the series. Allie finds it in the camper. Taylor comes into the camper and sees Allie there, and Allie's like, Taylor. And they're both like staring at each other, and then like something falls out of the cabinet. Allie turns around, Taylor darts off, locks Allie in the camper, and that's where it ends. So we'll find out next week what happened. If you guys like these Pretty Little Liar recaps, give this video a thumbs up. I'll try to make them shorter. I feel like these long videos y'all do not want to watch, especially for me, like rambling on. But it is like 45 minutes of content for me today. Hit myself. Oh my gosh. Y'all just don't know like how discombobulated I am. Like my ears hurt, my nose is like, it's disgusting. Hopefully next week will be better. But I wanted to make sure I get this video out for you guys. I will be posting 2 videos next week, or maybe like 1 video on Saturday and then 1 video on Wednesday for the PLO recap, or I might do like 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out because I do want to get that get to know me tag in there. We're gonna talk about like what's gonna happen after this season is over, but we're only on episode 4, so we got a long way to go. We're also gonna talk about like what happens when I go to college, because it's coming up here pretty soon. So like I said, sorry. If you do like these videos, make sure you give these videos a thumbs up. Give this specific video a thumbs up if you like the PLO recaps and you want to see more. Season 2 has not been confirmed yet, as far as I know. I'll quickly see. But my links are all down below. My Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, all that fun stuff is down below. Have you guys been following me on Twitter? You should. Season 2 of PLL Perfectionist. We'll see. Real quick. I don't think it says. It does not look like it says. Nope. Nope. Has not said. So, if you guys want to see more of these, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on my social medias, like I said, those are always linked down below. My Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Pinterest are all linked down below. My Pinterest boards are popping, okay? Most people don't promote their Pinterest the way that they should. I promote mine because I put a lot of work into it, a lot of curation into it. So make sure you go follow that. I also post on Snapchat every single day. I'm more free over there and talk a lot more crap over there. So if you want to see me talk some crap, go over there. Yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys so much. I will see you. Let me calm down. I'm just so ready to go lay down, y'all, and like edit this thumbnail and like post this video. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Kisses from your girl, Rhea. Bye, guys.